Hello students, welcome to a new practical session. So today we are going to do the fourth experiment, students. This is also under redox titrations. So first two experiments we studied under dichrometry, that is estimation of ferrous and estimation of ferric ions. The third experiment, estimation of copper ions under iodometric titration, and this is the fourth one. So this class we are going to learn about the permanganometric titration, which also comes under redox titrations. Okay students, so under permanganometry, the experiment that we are going to learn is nothing but estimation of sodium oxalate. That means we are going to determine the amount of oxalate ions present in the given solution using potassium permanganate, whose formula is KmNO4. So please write down, take a fresh new page in your observation book and write down, students, put the heading permanganometry. No spelling mistakes, dear students. PERMANGANOMETRY. Kindly underline. Below permanganometry, you should put another heading, estimation of sodium oxalate, Na2C2O4. Okay, so as we all know, we begin the experiment with the aim of the experiment. So what is the aim? Aim is nothing but to determine the amount of oxalate ions present in the given solution. Put the side heading aim. To estimate the amount of oxalate ions present in the given solution. Present in the given solution. See, oxalate ions C2O4 minus 2. Okay, so next the order is next comes principle of the experiment. So what is the principle of this experiment, students? So the oxalate ions present in the solution are determined with the help of KmNO4 in the presence of a dilute acid. This is the principle of this experiment. Please put the side heading principle, underline it and write down. Oxalate ions get oxidized quantitatively by KmNO4 in the presence of dilute sulfuric acid. Okay students, oxalate ions get oxidized quantitatively by KmNO4 in the presence of dilute H2SO4. So below, write down the reaction. 2 KmNO4 plus 8 H2SO4 plus 5 Na2C2O4. Potassium permanganate plus sulfuric acid plus sodium oxalate gives K2SO4 plus 2 MnSO4 plus 5 Na2SO4 plus 8 H2O plus 10 CO2. So this reaction we will come across in the chapter catalysis, students. So autocatalysis or autocatalyst, we study this reaction under autocatalysis because here this MnSO4 is there now, students. This is one of the products formed which itself acts as a catalyst and speeds up the reaction. Therefore Mn plus 2 acts as an autocatalyst in this reaction. So again you will come across this reaction under catalysis. Okay, written mark, reaction, right. Next, the indicator used is KmNO4, which acts as a self-indicator. KmNO4 which acts as a self-indicator. Next, below endpoint, appearance of pink color, pink color. Next, procedure students. So first aim, next principle, next indicator, next endpoint, next comes procedure. So under procedure, write down step 1. Step 1. Preparation of standard sodium oxalate solution. So sodium oxalate Na2C2O4 is the primary standard substance whose solution we are doing it as a standard solution. Okay. So how to prepare the standard solution of sodium oxalate? Write down. Weigh 1.675 grams of sodium oxalate. Weigh 1.675 grams of sodium oxalate, comma, dissolve it in distilled water, comma, dissolve it in distilled water in a 250 ml standard flask, comma, make up the volume to the mark, make up the volume to the mark, comma, shake well for uniform concentration, shake well for uniform concentration and calculate molarity of sodium oxalate. So from the first step, we calculate the molarity of sodium oxalate. Okay students, so this is how we prepare the standard solution of sodium oxalate. Now, what do we do with this standard sodium oxalate? So, with the help of standard sodium oxalate, we standardize KMnO4, which is a secondary standard substance. So, next, step 2. Step 2, put the side heading standardization of KMnO4. Step 2, put the side heading standardization of KMnO4. Underline. So how do we standardize KMnO4 solution? So whatever standard Na2C2O4 solution we have prepared in the first step, what we do means students, we pipette out 20 ml of standard sodium oxalate solution into a clean conical flask. Okay, so we take 20 ml of standard Na2C2O4 solution into a clean conical flask using a 20 ml pipette. Okay, pipette out 20 ml of standard sodium oxalate solution into a clean conical flask, comma, add 20 ml dilute H2SO4, comma, add 20 ml dilute H2SO4 and heat up to 70 degrees centigrade. Heat up to 70 degrees centigrade. Full stop. So first what are we doing, ma? We are pipetting out 20 ml of the standard sodium oxalate solution into a clean conical flask. Later we are adding 20 ml dilute H2SO4 and then heating the solution. Okay. So later what we do? Then titrate against KMnO4 taken in the burette. Students, we are standardizing the KMnO4 solution with the help of standard sodium oxalate. Therefore, here KMnO4 is being taken in the burette. So, titrate against KMnO4 solution taken in the burette slowly in the beginning and continue till the color changes to light pink. So light pink color is the end point, ma. So underline light pink color till the color changes to light pink. Full stop. Next, note the titer value. Note the titer value, comma, repeat the titration. Repeat the titration. Why do we repeat the titration? To get the concurrent values. And calculate molarity of KMnO4. Okay. So we will know the concentration of KMnO4 from using standard Na2C2O4 solution. Okay, this is the second step. Understood, ma? Next, step 3. Step 3. Estimation of, put the side heading, ma. Estimation of unknown oxalate ions. Put the side heading. Estimation of unknown oxalate ions. Underline. Underline. So we almost follow the same procedure which we have done in second step. Write down step 3. Pipette out 20 ml of here what we do, we take unknown oxalate ion solution into a clean conical flask, comma, add 20 ml dilute H2SO4, 20 ml dilute H2SO4, same procedure, comma, heat and titrate against KMnO4 taken in the burette. Now we know the concentration of KMnO4. Using that KMnO4 we will find the amount of oxalate ions. Okay, taken in the burette. Titrate against KMnO4 taken in the burette till the appearance of light pink color. Light pink is the end point. Light pink color. Full stop. Repeat the titration and calculate. Repeat the titration and calculate the molarity of the given oxalate ions. Next, students, result. Okay, the amount of oxalate ions present in the given solution. The amount of oxalate ions present in the given solution is dash grams per liter. Okay, so with this the procedure and result is done. Next comes observations and calculations. Put the side heading observations and calculations. Underline below step 1. So what is step 1, ma? Preparation of standard sodium oxalate solution. So step 1, after doing that step 1, what is the calculation that we observe from step 1? Weight of the empty weighing bottle, comma, W1 equals to dash grams. Next, weight of the bottle plus substance, comma, W2 equals to dash grams. Next, weight of the bottle after transferring the substance, comma, W3 equals to dash grams. Next, weight of the substance transferred. So this is the actual weight of the substance transferred into the standard flask. So which comes from W2 minus W3 equals to dash grams. Okay, students. So this is all about the weights of the weighing bottle and also the substance. Next, below. So from these data, we can calculate molarity of sodium oxalate is equal to W2 minus W3 by molecular weight of sodium oxalate 134 into 1000 by 250. So whatever is there in W2 minus W3, that we will substitute here, and by molecular weight, that is 134. So by substituting the values and calculating whatever value we are getting, that will be the molarity of Na2C2O4, students, is equal to dash molar, capital M. Next, step 2. So whatever reaction we have written under principle. So write down 2 KMnO4 plus 8 H2SO4 plus 5 Na2C2O4 gives rise to K2SO4 plus 2 MnSO4 plus 5 Na2SO4 plus 8 H2O plus 10 CO2. Next what comes? Below the reaction is the table. Okay, take a scale and pencil mark. Write down. First column, serial number. Next one is volume of sodium oxalate. Next, burette readings under which we have initial and final. Next, last one is volume of KMnO4. Okay. Serial numbers 1, 2, 3. Volume of Na2C2O4 20 ml, 20 ml, 20 ml. Why? Because we have pipetted out 20 ml of the standard solution. Next, initial burette readings 0, 0, 0. Final will be the burette reading at which we get the end point. Final minus initial gives us volume of KMnO4. Below the table, write down students Na2C2O4 versus KMnO4. So Na2C2O4 titrated against KMnO4. Below, write down the formula M1V1 by N1 equals to M2V2 by N2. Below, write down what is M1. Molarity of standard Na2C2O4. So this is the step 1 value. Next, N1, number of moles of Na2C2O4 from the reaction 5. V1, volume of Na2C2O4 20 ml. Okay, this is about M1, N1, V1. Next, M2. This is molarity of KMnO4 which is to be calculated. Question mark. N2, number of moles of KMnO4. Number of moles of KMnO4 from the reaction. How many? 2. Next, V2, volume of KMnO4. This will be our burette reading. V2, volume of KMnO4 which will be our burette reading. Therefore, below write down one. Therefore, molarity of KMnO4 is equal to using the formula M1, that is molarity of KMnO4 comma M2 is equal to, write down now. M2 is equal to M1V1 N2 by N1V2. So whatever values are there, we substitute and calculate, from which we can get the concentration of KMnO4 is equal to dash molar, capital M. Okay, next step 3. Step 3. Write down the reaction once again. 2 KMnO4 plus 8 H2SO4 plus 5 C2O4 minus 2 gives rise to K2SO4 plus 2 MnSO4 plus 5 SO4 minus 2 plus 8 H2O plus 10 CO2. Okay. Next, below comes the table, students. Serial number, volume of oxalate solution, burette readings, again below which we have initial and final. Next, volume of KMnO4. Okay, so serial numbers 1, 2, 3. Next, volume of oxalate solution. Unknown solution, how much we have taken? 20 ml, 20 ml, 20 ml. Initial 0, 0, 0. Next, final will be the burette reading at which we get the end point. Next, final minus initial gives us the volume of KMnO4. Okay, next, below the table, KMnO4 versus oxalate ion solution. Below the formula M1V1 by N1 equals to M2V2 by N2. Below M1 is molarity of KMnO4. Molarity of KMnO4. Here we use step 2 value, students. Step 2 value. Next, below N1, number of moles of KMnO4 from the reaction, it is 2. Number of moles of KMnO4 from the reaction, it is 2. Next, V1, volume of KMnO4, that will be our burette reading at the end point. Next, M2, molarity of oxalate ions which is to be calculated. Next, N2, number of moles of oxalate ions. From the reaction, it is equal to 5. Next, V2, volume of oxalate ion solution which we have taken into the conical flask, that is 20 ml. Okay. So what is to be calculated? M2 is to be calculated. So that below write down. Therefore, molarity of C2O4 minus 2 ions M2 is equal to from the formula M1 V1 N2 by N1 V2 equals to the value, substitution of the values, and after calculation whatever value we are getting, that will be the concentration of unknown oxalate ions. Okay students, so from this value we can calculate the amount of oxalate ions. Below write down. So this will be our result under the procedure. The amount of oxalate ions present in the given solution is equal to molarity of oxalate ions, which we have calculated just now as M2, multiplied by molecular weight of oxalate, that is 88. So when you multiply M2 with 88, whatever value we are getting, that is equal to that much grams per liter. Okay, so this is the result of this experiment, students. Fine. So this is all about estimation of sodium oxalate, which comes under permanganometry, where we use KMnO4 as the indicator, which also acts as a self-indicator, students. Okay, so please write down carefully in your observation and then you can enter into your records. Okay, so we'll meet in the next practical session with a new experiment. Until then, students, take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.